Yeah.
I don't see
She's
it.
trying to get rid of it so she can go ahead.
Yeah,
It's at the very end of your packet. That meeting starts.
probably similar to that.
No, there. Oh, this is a donation. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It is 6 o'clock. Welcome to the October 23rd business meeting of the City of Smith Center. Has everybody had a chance to read the October 9th meeting minutes? Are there any additions or corrections to these minutes? Has everybody had a chance to go over their vouchers or any additions to the vouchers? If all are in order, I need a motion to approve the October 9th meetings minutes and pay the bills.
So,
Need a second.
second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the October 9th meetings minutes and pay the bills. All those in favor say aye. Motion carried. We have under ongoing business, the KWP CRF project. C-2030-3901.
The documents were forwarded to you in email with a full loan agreement that Tabitha has reviewed. On this, it's the installation of the 6.5 acre wetland cell, a transfer structure and lagoon distribution pipings and valves to convert the existing discharging and wastewater lagoon facility into a non-discharging facility. Loan payments on this would begin March 1st of 2025 in 40 installments. So on this, there is an ordinance.
And what number do you want to put on this?
That would be 1045. And a loan agreement to sign.
Everyone had a chance to review the ordinance 1045, our loan situation with the KDHE. Any questions to council? Tracy, this is your department.
No.
Recommend. Brady, got any comments?
Nothing.
Dre or Dave?
Nothing.
Don?
No.
Chris?
What's our status on the property?
I have, next item of business, to talk about the approval of after this. We have a commitment. Anything else?
No.
Okay. If all the paperwork's in order, documentation, I need a motion to approve ordinance 1045.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve ordinance number 1045. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And a second motion for the approval and signature on the loan application.
So moved.
Need a second for the loan approval.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor for the loan approval say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I think that's nice. To tie in with that sewer application, we have a price per acre of $6,000 been negotiated with the landowner. We need to decide how many acres we need, 12 or 15 or whatever. Do you know, Rick?
I have that someplace, but I didn't know I needed that, so,
I didn't know I needed it until a few minutes ago myself.
yeah. Doug gave us a rough sketching of it at one time, and
Do you want me to get it out of the office? Right.
I think our top side was 15.
That was the high end.
Yeah.
I think 12 was,
15 acres.
I had 11 on my mind, but I
that
don't
could be.
know.
She will sell us 15. I think we just need to purchase 15.
Was that appraised?
I don't think so.
I went through Tabitha, she wasn't available this week.
I don't have a problem.
We can appraise it all we want, but I think she has us, we don't have a choice.
I think it's she.
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you that this is what we got to work with.
I don't ever have a choice.
We
We
don't,
don't.
we're landlocked. We're landlocked. That's why it should have been done at the first time that pond was built, to buy the whole thing to start with, instead of buying it as we need it. That's why I recommend that we buy the 15 acres. And if we have to use more later, we have it. That's my opinion. Council, your decision.
What if the motion to purchase up to 15 acres? Can we change it then? If we,
Well, she's gonna write the contract for 15 acres with the owner. That's why we have to have something in concrete. Council, anybody got any comments?
I'd say ground's not getting cheaper.
Well, especially when it's right beside a sewer pond that the city owns that they want to expand. You know, oops. Anybody else want to comment? Don?
we've got no choice.
Dave?
I don't have anything.
Tracy?
No, we talked about last time. I don't think we can do anything.
I would like to have a motion to purchase 15 acres from the said seller at $6,000 an acre that was negotiated.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second for that motion?
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Would you notify Tabitha to draw the paper?
Absolutely.
Thank you. That concludes previous and ongoing business. New business, there is, anybody have anything for the council under new business? If not, we'll go into our economic development report. Dana, you may have the floor.
Okay. All right. Well, we have some program applications. Travis moved and Charles seconded that houses receiving grant funds be sent to the county appraiser to evaluate for evaluation adjustment that year. And the motion passed. So anybody receiving a revitalization grant, we are to report that to the appraiser.
I think the appraiser snooped enough. I don't think we need to encourage it.
I mean, it's public knowledge already.
It's already about.
If the appraiser wants to go look at the house, they can look at whatever we gave them. I think it's just added paperwork to whoever the director is.
I don't think it's necessary. Comments, council? Don?
No.
Chris?
I don't think it'll affect either way.
No.
Right. You don't have to do that.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Next item.
Oh, okay. We have Denton Schoen presented his residential revitalization grant for 520 East Second. This grant will be used to add 3 vinyl windows on the north side of the house, replacing 6-inch white fascia and aluminum soffits for the entire home. That was passed for up to $2,921.
Comments, council? Brady? No. Don?
Nope.
Tracy?
Nope.
Chris? Nope. Dave? Nope. Need a motion to approve?
So
Paperwork's
moved.
in order?
Second.
Paperwork's all in order?
Yes.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, next we have Dana J. Peterson presented a request for matching funds of 10% or up to $300 for the state seed grant application to include wayfinding signs for Smith Center. The cost of the wayfinding signs for the city of Smith Center is estimated to be $3,000. That motion did pass to approve matching funds of 10% or up to $300 for the wayfinding signs for Smith Center.
How many signs we got?
How many signs?
We don't have a bid yet, but we estimate that'll be 2.
Who comes up with the other?
Pardon me?
Who comes up with the other?
The grant is through the Kansas Department of Commerce.
Oh, okay.
John Lynch's applying for all the communities in the county.
That's good.
This help with that Main Street program?
This is not part of the Main Street program.
Would it help? with
It would help, yes.
Comments, council? Brady?
No.
Tracy? Dave?
No.
Chris? Don?
Nope.
Need a motion to approve the 300?
So moved.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the 300 for the wayfinding signs. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next, committee reports, Smith County Recruitment Team. The motion was passed to approve the script incentive amounts of $7,000 to Kensington Lockers for the office manager / HAACP coordinator and butcher meat processing positions. And to also approve the script incentive amount of $8,000 for Bright Beginnings for a program director.
These are a part of that grant funding. Do we need to do that in separate motions?
They can be together.
They can be together.
Both of them.
Comments or council on either one, the 7 and the 8? Anybody have any comments, Don?
No.
Chris? Dave?
No.
Tracy?
No.
Brady? Need a motion to approve the 7,000 to Kensington Lockers, the 8,000 to Bright Beginnings. I need a motion to that effect.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, housing team. Let's see, it was approved to put $10,000 to be put into land bank acquisitions and developing outreach to potential developers on the benefit of using the land bank for the upcoming tax sale.
Okay, comments? Council?
Nothing here. The benefit of this is people can hopefully work more for a house and then rather than turn it into a storage unit.
To
Don?
No.
Chris? Need a motion to approve the budget expenditures for that land bank acquisitions program.
So moved.
Need a second.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded for the 10,000 for the land bank. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
the housing team would also like to recommend the vacant property ordinance to go back before the city council.
We will take that under advisement with the legal and see if we want to get into that.
Okay.
Comments, council? Agree?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, next, new business. The director of the Economic Development Director position has been offered to Dana S. Peterson, which she accepted. And that was one motion. And the second motion was to offer her a salary of $47,500.
I'll abstain.
You're Dana S., not Dana
I'm,
Hoyda.
I'm Dana, yeah, Dana as Hoyda.
So I need to change
Yours.
so I need to change my phone.
I will still answer to Dana Hoyda,
Okay.
yes.
That's how I kept you two apart. Anyway. Comments, council.
I've got a couple.
All right, Tom.
When a position like this is hired, does the position have to be advertised?
It has been in the past, yes.
It has been in the past, but I don't believe that we're required to on positions that we have filled in the past. We don't have to, we're not.
Advertising.
Okay, then my
I don't
next,
know if it's required. I just know that they have.
my next question, not to be critical, but the salary of 47.5. Now, Dana number one, what was your starting salary?
40,000,
40,000, and how many years ago was that?
18 months.
18 months. Okay, so for 18 months, we're jumping this position $7,500.
That was the salary of this position years ago, though, as well.
Well,
I understand where you're coming from, and that's what we've been fighting this, all over our whole budget.
This is
Every time
also,
we get somebody coming in, a new hiree, it gets more than who's been here.
well, I understand that
We've been
happens.
fighting that.
That happens. And I just think that's,
I think we have to press ahead on the salary schedule.
so,
I have one.
I mean, you guys approved it. I'm not gonna go against what,
Yeah, this is their budget.
yeah, this is your budget.
this is without an assistant, so I would be doing this
Yeah.
without an assistant as well.
Right.
So,
Okay. Comments, Tracy?
No, I thought that salary was a little high. I don't know what the qualifications, I mean, I know Dana asked, the other Dana asked, quite a few.
Well, from what I see of it, we had two positions in there. We had 40 and 20 and 60, and we're down to 47 without an assistant. So we've actually went to the better on that department for economic development for program expense. If this is the direction they want to go, I have no problem.
But don't we pay someone to help economic development in the city?
Yeah, partially. So you have help. There.
yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. Dave, you have any comments? I do not. I need a motion to approve the 47.5 from the economic development. I want to do a roll call vote on this, so when we do this approval. I need a motion to approve.
My concern is it puts us out of alignment with the rest of our employees. I understand the city is a different entity than DD, but at the end of the day, we're all coming from the bigger bucket of funds. Not to be critical,
No,
I understand.
I understand.
I wish everybody got 47.5. But it's just what you said, we're combating the same situation we've got with other employees that have been here a long time. I understand it's a different job too. That's just my thought.
That's what part of my comments later on in the meeting. I'm asking for a motion to approve this 47.5. Anybody can step up and make a motion for this?
Smartphone with an idiot's running it. I. Although I agree, I also think it was a little bit too much of a jump. But with that being said, I also think we have to have a little bit of faith in our economic development board that they think it's the right, I know we're the controlling entity, I understand that. But I hate to take anything away from what they think is a sound decision. Right.
I agree with that. They are working within their own budget and their own funds.
That's very, very true. I'll make a motion, we accept it.
I need a second for that motion.
I'll
second that motion. I want to do a roll call vote on this. Tracy, yay or nay?
No.
Dave? Yay. Chris? No. Don?
Yay.
A tie vote, Dave, or Brady abstains. First time I ever get to vote. Congratulations, yay.
Okay,
Motion carried.
Thank you. Okay. All right, there is an advisory agreement follow-up. The board discussed the advisory agreement Dana J. Peterson submitted at September's board meeting. They voted to accept the acceptance of the advisory agreement for Dana J. at the strategic performance level for a one-year commitment.
This is for a retainer, so to speak, at level 2. Do we have that agreement?
Yeah, it's in the bucket.
Has everybody had a chance to read it, because I haven't? Oh. Somebody want to give me a short synopsis on this?
She will be a trusted advisor for 1 year for 10 hours a month for $10,000. So,
That's what it is. It's basically a retainer fee.
That's $83 an hour.
I have them on your review sheet here. Plus travel and other expenses.
As talked about earlier, this is part of their budget, this is what they wanted to do. Comments, council?
I'll abstain again.
Don?
If my figures are correct, that's $83 an hour.
I understand that. This is basically need to be looked at as retainer fee, as for work done. We have another employee on the same, similar setup.
So is ED's intent with this to help you establish your position and so you're comfortable in doing what is expected. Do you see this needing to be renewed yearly, or do you think 1 year will be suffice? I know, but it's up to us.
I would hope that it would just be 1 year. I would like to think so. So,
There's definitely going to be a lot more.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Any comments, Dave?
No.
Tracy, have any more? John?
No.
I want to have a roll call vote on this. I need a motion to approve the advisory agreement with J. Peterson.
I'll fix that motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in roll call. Tracy? Yes?
Yeah.
Dave?
Yay.
Chris?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Motion passes.
You're not Speaker of the House. Oh,
Yeah, you were down the speaker of that. Participation in the Weekend Entrepreneurship Challenge. That's your next item of business.
Yes. Has to participate in the upcoming 2023-24 Youth Entrepreneur Challenge again.
What do we do?
Well,
What's our expense in that?
It varies depending on donations, but it's less than 3,000 a year.
yes.
That's been
And
very
that-
successful.
Very
Oh,
successful.
man, and it's better every year. I mean, it's a good deal.
Kids are already talking about their challenges.
We need council approval on this.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Been moved, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I didn't give nobody have a chance to comment on that. We're moving right along.
Okay, and Heritage Townhomes, the board discussed the transferring of ownership to Western Plains. Myself and Nick would like to schedule a meeting to have a preliminary conversation with the Western Plains board members.
Any other comments on it?
It would relieve us of the HUD paperwork that is dealt with in Kansas.
We'll have to see if that's legally done.
Yes.
Can we put that in a form and let Tabitha review that? Have their board tried to agree to do it?
We haven't spoken, we were waiting for approval.
What's your guys' comments? I suspect we have an obligation with the HUD people as originators on that. We may not have a choice. We need to find out if we do have a choice. We do have a choice. Nina?
So I've talked with MHEG, who's the equity group funding oversight people out of Nebraska that we deal with. There would be some paperwork involved in transferring ownership, but seeing as Western Plains is still attached to the city government, it would be less paperwork than if it were an independent person. The facility is still under a LoRa agreement, land use restriction agreement for till 2027. And then the compliance with the state of Kansas regulations for low-income housing will be maintained for 15 years after that. So seeing as Western Plains already does a lot of this compliance work, and that would streamline the government processes and also allow the Economic Development Department to spend more time developing the economy.
I agree. Do we just need a consensus of the council to see if they're interested?
You do it, fine.
Council, what's your thoughts?
We have a housing authority, and we own housing, we should see if we can control that housing.
There you go. Sounds good. Okay, David, Tracy, Dave, Chris,
Agree, we see what our options are.
Don,
Yeah, fine.
you have the authority.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything for Dana? Dana,
Sorry.
yes, Jay,
Yes.
and yes. Why didn't you have?
Pretty good for the first time.
All right, thank you, very good. We have, next, we have on the agenda is the, Jamie, you have the floor for your police department. Do you have anything to bring for the council?
The only thing I have is our village patrol car, starter went out on it, had to have that fixed. Had to have it towed by the record company because, without a starter, we couldn't get it out of here, so. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you.
Brady, you have anything for Jamie? Tracy?
Nope.
Don? Dave? Nope. Chris? Thank you, Jamie. Rick, you have anything to bring to the council?
Okay, I talked to Trace Haven, and we kind of come up with maybe 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day over the winter, not in stone, but, make sure we get everything serviced. He was good with that.
Okay.
I thought that would be just fine. We had a guy out did a soil sample of our greens last Thursday or Wednesday. And I can't remember what they got, but it's from watering with the sewer water. So he's gonna spend a lot of time doing hand watering on our greens, trying to get them back, because that comes from a well. He can water from a well, so. The truck sold. I don't know if you guys got all that, but that truck sold, so 14,000 something paid for it. Or, we bought.
Okay.
Sorry. We got the building torn down over there. It's all, I don't know if you've all been by it, but it looks a lot better than it did.
Mhm.
So,
I think if we're going to have a view of what's behind there, if they're gonna start stacking stuff, we need to have a fence. I think it ought to be,
or another building, I don't know what they're doing.
or
yet,
another
but,
building is fine, but if not, they need to have a fence.
Yep, I talked to them about it. So they're gonna do one or the other. So, on that, Wayne came to me and wanted to know if the city paid for the concrete. He would put all that sidewalk that we drove over and kind of crushed, and it was bad anyway. Right in front of Keisha's, it's brand new sidewalk, and right in front of Corey's building, it's brand new sidewalk, and then we got crap. And I had him figure that out. It'd be about $1,400 for the concrete. But he said he would tear that out, put it back, we paid for the concrete.
Council comments? Don?
No.
I think that's a good idea. Brady?
Didn't we start setting up a concrete program? We
Yep,
used
Tyler
some
and
of
I
that
are
budget,
working on the layout.
scope of it, yeah.
How big of a section is it?
I never measured it.
Is it full length from between the two buildings?
What's that?
Is it full length between Corey's building and Keisha's building?
From corner to corner.
Yeah, so you're looking probably 100 foot, possibly, in that area.
Well, it's 10 yards of concrete.
Yeah, he quoted it at 140.
Yeah, and they called the concrete plant, they quoted it 140 yards, so it's 10 yards of concrete.
Brady, you have any comments about that? Fine.
Yeah, we're working on a sidewalk program where we're looking for numbers. This could help us get numbers.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how we were gonna cost share that.
Well, if he's gonna do the work, we can pay for the contract.
Well, that, if that's what the rest of it's gonna say. I mean, we're kind of setting precedent here now.
That was considered commercial down there anyway, wasn't it?
You're not gonna do very much concrete work for somebody that does the concrete work themselves, so it's not gonna be a precedent.
Yeah. Well,
You're gonna, labor's 3 times the cost of concrete. So if you do Bryce's business over here, he's not gonna do the work. I mean, you're gonna hire.
You're right.
I'm just
You're
used, okay, that's,
Thanks a lot.
I think it's a heck of a deal, but that's just what I think.
I agree. Tracy?
I think it's a good idea if we're just to do it, get it taken care of, but
I do too.
I don't know what our concrete deal is yet, so.
Well, we laid out 20 grand, we can take it out of there.
Yeah.
Dave,
I don't have anything yet.
Chris?
I thought maybe they should look at the sidewalk program.
that we don't have.
We're close to
Yeah.
chapter 6 meeting.
Don?
Yeah, I think it needs to be done.
I do too. I need a motion to approve the purchase of the concrete for that tear down of that building. Whatever.
Yeah,
You want to word
I'll so move that. Well, because you fall back and worry about the concrete program we don't have one yet. So that's kind of a moot point, I would guess. Whatever would come up after this, then we'd have to adjust to whatever has to be done. But we don't have a program now.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that we need to worry about that.
No, sidewalks are in bad shape all over town.
That's
It's no
true.
different than any other sidewalk. Is
But-
it beyond, I mean, is it
But we drove.
Is it like-
Besides the fact that we drove 50 truckloads of stuff over the sidewalk going in and out of there. Because that's the only way we have to load it.
our deal anyway.
I mean, not the whole thing, but we did drive over the curb in the sidewalk because that's the only place that Taylor had to load it. That's right. Beside Keisha's building now, because you got power lines on both sides, so we had to pull him beside her building. He loaded it. We drove out across the curb in the gutter.
Is
Yeah, it's
anything wrong
probably
with the
getting off
curb and gutter?
Huh?
Anything wrong with the curb and gutter?
No, I don't think it damaged it at all.
If he's gonna do the sidewalks, he'll do it.
Need a motion to approve, Don?
So moved. Has it already been, okay.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Rick, you have anything else?
I don't.
The only thing I had for you was we had talked to Shane and given me a letter about his vacation pay. Has bring me up to speed on this. We have comp time, vacation pay, have our policies that we have created, is cheating him out of his vacation pay?
No, if anything, we've given him more. Because as the first of the year, he came to you guys, thought that he was losing 5 hours, so we gave him 5 hours of vacation.
Okay.
Okay? As of right now, this is all public knowledge, so as of right now, Jill's taken 1 week of vacation time away from him to get him caught up on sick leave and comp time because he's clear over. This is an up-to-date today sheet. He has 37 hours of vacation time. He owes us 3 days of sick leave, which we've already taken his days from October, November, and December and given them to him. So that's 3 days plus the 40 hours that she took off of his comp time is on there. He still owes us 3 days. And he's about $1 or an hour to 3 hours ahead on comp time.
Wasn't his son in a bad wreck?
Yes.
March 15th, they both like flagged Wichita, that's why I had so much time off.
What's been our policy for, have we have a policy for family emergencies like this?
Yep, all time has to be exhausted, which has not been done, and it has to be a catastrophic event.
And it has to be a family member.
And family member.
His son doesn't qualify,
He came
One
home.
trip,
one trip.
yeah. And he probably made, how many times you go to Wichita?
Well,
For this girl that was in a wreck with his son.
Okay.
This is where you're setting precedents, because this is no relation. And I believe what Shane wants to do is draw money out of our sick leave pool to make up time that he was gone and then pay it back as he obtains it.
she was placed in my house by DCF. But they were both life flag Wichita. My son was in the hospital for 3-4 days himself.
Okay.
And my thing was, if you know, I'd pay back as I gained my sick leave, I'd put it back.
And that's how much a month?
You get 1 day a month.
1 day a month?
He's already
He's exhausted it.
exhausted it till the end of the year. He's not getting anything for the next 3 months. And if he quits tomorrow, after you give him this, or right after we get a paycheck, then we're out of a whole month's paycheck. Not saying he's going to, but I mean, it makes no difference either way to me, but you are setting a precedence, because that sick leave is for you and your family, for if you're sick, if you're going to the dentist, if you're going to the doctor, that's what it's for. That's what we've used it for, as far as I know.
My concern is that the city's policies are not cheating him out of his sick leave or anything.
And actually, he actually benefited from them. He got 120 hours of vacation to use this year,
He got
because you gave him an extra 40.
Okay. Council comments?
My biggest fear is, because it's not an immediate family member, I think we would be setting ourselves up for problems down the road, to be honest with you.
I agree. My neighbor wants to go.
I mean, we talked about this today, and when somebody's put in your custody, you know, that's a whole different thing. So I guess this is on you guys' shoulders, because I don't know the answer.
But are you needing to take time off?
Well, just till we get done harvesting.
So he can take time off without pay.
He's got time.
Huh?
He's got
And he's
time.
got time to use still,
He's got almost a week of vacation left.
or he can choose to take it
Now,
without.
his vacation doesn't kick over till July. That's when it starts over again. But he has a week of vacation left right now.
Not quite. He used one today.
37.7 hours or whatever it is.
So I guess what my question is, what are we actually asking for? We're asking to use out of the pool? Or is he asking for just straight up more vacation time? Or-
What I presume, I'm not. He wants his 5 days back that she took and put it on his sick leave and his comp time.
I was just gonna ask him the 5 days, and then I'd pay it back as I gained my sick leave back.
I don't think that's something we want to get into, council. Comments? The prepaid, no.
Rick said that's a heck of a precedent.
I don't think we need to do that. Comments, rest of the council? You don't allow him to prepay or go into the pool to do that and prepay it back?
If my employees miss over what they're allotted, I give them the time off, but there's no pay for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
I'll
what it
go
ought
over
to
it.
be. I mean,
I will tell you, it's been in the past where we've had a few people that have been over on sick leave or owed a little comp time or something, but when it comes to the last check of the year, which was always the end of December, until we did the new pay thing, it was taken out of your check and everything was caught up, so you started over brand new, which now that changes everything because we went back to everybody's hire date.
Mhm.
So you got to go to everybody's hire date, you could do the same thing.
For the vacation, but
Yeah.
the sick is still calendar year.
Because you have to use your vacation, or lose it.
Comments, Dave,
No, I'm not in favor of it.
Don,
I'm not either.
Chris?
I don't know how we can without getting ourselves in trouble.
Yeah.
It's consensus of the council not to allow an employee to go prepay his work, or however you word it like that, prepay his time to advance. Is that understood? Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in. Rick, do you have anything else for the council?
I don't believe so. Do we have the okay to put this, our worst truck and the truck we got from the golf course? Can we get them ready and put them on the, probably Gable roads?
Well, I mean, my opinion, yes, once you get the new truck here, make sure it does what you need.
Exactly, we're gonna switch tires over if we need to, we're gonna, get the best of everything, we got batteries, tires, everything on the new
We're kind of
truck.
rolling the dice, hoping that everything is what we think it is, but
Mhm.
my opinion would be, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if James found out when we can go get it yet or not, he didn't tell me.
I think we have to wait till the payment, they receive the payment,
Okay,
which should be by the end of the week.
I'll keep you up to date though, we'll see how it goes.
I do have one other thing that kind of goes along with Rick. Jacob's building down there that we had blocked off, the alley blocked off, they finished up the brickwork on that, so the alley's back open, so.
That's good. And I went by there and they done a
Look pretty
nice
good.
job. Don, you have anything for Rick?
No.
Chris? Dave? Tracy?
no,
Brady?
No.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. Jill, do you have anything to bring for the council?
Have you done?
Anybody have anything for Jill? Don? Yep. Chris?
That sewer project, if we were to guess, what kind of construction timeline we're taking on that?
It'd be 2024,
Summer of.
Summer?
late spring or late summer was his hope, however.
And when were we talking about, that water main, when was that gonna happen? If we,
that's in 2025.
The distribution lines,
the
The
main,
big main,
25.
Dave, do you have anything for Jill?
I do not.
Tracy?
no, I do not.
Brady?
No.
Okay, thank you, Jill. Ariel, do you have anything to bring for the council?
I have two things. We've started on the lead service line inventory. I think on my sheet, we've gotten through 100 so far. So we have a little over 1,000 to go. So please get those back to me when you get them done. And then my second thing is the airport. The next project that Lochner has is the rehab of the hangar taxi lanes. Our share would be $31,500, approximately $3,500 for the design part of it, and that's a 5%.
Okay, there's something on here I want to say, and I don't want to shut it down. Sorry.
And then a 28,000, share for the construction part of it. That's projected for 2024, 2025.
When do you need our approval on this?
I have to send in the grant applications in like a week. I think it is the 31st. I just heard back from Ian and he gave me the information, so
Next meeting then?
I have to have an invite, what, Tuesday?
Yeah,
Thursday.
So just needs consensus to
Yeah.
go forward. This is in that same group of programs that we do every 2 years.
And my plan is, of course, like next summer when the INS comes through, I can apply for local grant money to help with that matching cost. So we're not having to pull that full amount out of the fund, but
Consensus of the council to move forward on the project? Yes.
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 Yes. Consensus of the council to move forward.
and that's it.
That's it. Anybody have anything for REL? Don? Nope. Chris? Dave? Chris? Brady? Tabitha is not here. I brought that other information out for her. Governing body reports, Chris, you're on front row.
The firehouse is still, performing the upgrades to the radios and the trucks. Well, that's been an ongoing process. That's some of what we got going on next door.
Okay?
Bryce, I got a question for Chris.
Yes.
Are you gonna have 800 radios in all your vehicles? Are you gonna run the radios that you have in them now too?
I don't recall. Why do you ask?
Because we can use them.
I don't think we will need them, if I understood correctly. So, I mean, we're not thrown away.
Yeah, I mean, however we work it out, because they're like, I don't know, our radios are like, I can't even remember, Joe, we just bought two, $1,400.
I think so,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Let me check, make sure that I'm not misleading you, but I don't think we'll need them.
Well, I didn't know if you would run both for some reason
Well,
or,
that's how it was for a while, because some were and some were not
right?
within the county. But from what I understand, countywide, from an emergency standpoint, everybody's gonna be hunted. I
Okay,
think.
find out, let
I'll
me
double
know.
check. I'll double check. That was kind of the whole idea behind this. We all were on the same page with radios because it turned into a big mess. For a while, when we did have 800 radios, we had our standard issue radio, like you're speaking of, plus have to carry a handheld portable and had to chase both of them down to try to communicate with the real zoo. So I think the end game result is not to have two radios, but I'll verify that.
Okay,
Tracy, do you have anything to bring for the council?
Just a couple things. I'm working on the pool and we're getting close to pouring the floor of the pool. I've not got it up there. I have the water line in, the sewers just got to be attached, so we're in it, but that's quite a project.
I can imagine.
No, you can't.
All right. Is that all you have?
That's,
Don, you have anything to bring for the council?
Yes, I do. Since I've got my phone under control. Rec Commission. That they met last night. I wasn't able to go. I should have. Flag football started. 6-week program. They had 76 kids participating yesterday. I'm not aware of the Center Stage Productions. Are any of you guys aware of these people? No? They're wanting to form and put on a town play in 2024. Rec offered to advertise, give them advertising assistance and help promote the event. And he said they would like to become a group with their own board. Under whose supervision? I don't know. They want to try to provide activity like this regularly. And that's about it.
Wish you luck. There are plenty of town clowns.
every other Monday.
We're good. And,
That's all I've got.
all right, Dave, you have anything for
I know.
Brady?
I was notified by the Settlers Day Committee that there was a donation sent to the city office, for, I guess, tax reasons. And I've had multiple people on the Settlers Day Committee ask me the status of that. I think there was an issue with the auditors that somebody wanted to
I
check.
think we're still waiting on the auditor, aren't we?
Yeah, we got there.
They're wondering if we could
We have,
push it a
we have
little bit.
pushed. We
Okay.
can try a little more. I think they're trying to wrap up everyone's annual audit, so they're a little hard to get in touch with. We
That's
can
it.
sure check.
The only thing I have right for the council, I noticed on the pay scale, it probably happened when I was gone. I don't know if you guys had a consensus of it. When the pay scale come out, there's a new column for assistance to the department heads, and they're paid the same price.
We created that pay scale when we hired Ariel.
But was that column on there before?
Yes.
Are you guys aware of that?
I don't remember it, but
And the pay scale for assistants is the same as department heads. Are you aware of this?
Just in the office.
Huh?
Just in the office.
I'm not aware of that, and I don't know that when we hired,
You were the one that created that pay scale
I
and brought it. Yes, right. You added that column
So you gave your birthday.
and brought it to the
I
council.
don't recall adding that
That
column.
was brought to the council at the time of my.
You guys actually approved that? I think we
You
ought to
talked
review
us
it.
into that.
I don't think that's the way.
I don't know, but why would you have, why would we call a department head for pay the same?
Well, that's what I'm.
She said it's just in
They
the
split
office.
it out because it's just city treasurer, city clerk, and the admin.
Well, then you got the administration, but they're paid the same as the department.
We are the administration.
For that office.
Which part, what are you trying to compare to?
Well, I didn't realize that we had, I thought they were hired as full-time employees, not department heads.
No.
That's the way
That's
I
hired,
understand
that's
it.
hired in as admin, which is completely different. But you just hired a department head tonight, not on the scale. Department heads are paid for that.
Well, she's in her own department. Well,
And that column for the admin is in its own.
do you guys recall doing that?
I'm not saying that we didn't create a column, I just didn't realize it was at the department head level.
Well, it has caused a problem,
Yeah, it's a big problem.
and we need to review it and get it back to what we think is right.
Take a look at the scale, you guys all have it.
All right. I think we need to review this before the new year.
Yeah.
So when we get the new year, we need to get, if we gotta change a column, we change it. If we change pay scale, we change pay scale. Because I wasn't aware that that was in that.
It's the same one we've had for 2.5 years. That's what I'm saying,
But
it's the
it
same one
didn't,
we've done.
my contention is, yes, we have it for 2.5 years, but my contention is it didn't have the administration part. And to have it at the same pay scale as a department head, not a full-time employee.
You'll have to take it up with the mayor. He's got it.
If I set it up, I don't recall doing it.
Will that be in the minutes somewhere we can check?
Yeah.
It is, and it's in the
Well,
packet from that.
If I
same
set it
time.
up, if I set it up, I'm asking for us to review it. 'Cause I do
Well,
not-
I think it needs to be reviewed, because I don't think it's right.
Okay.
So we'll-
We do it every year, you
Let's
just need to
just-
do it sooner.
Yeah, next meeting, so we can put it in our packet, so we look at it, and then sometime probably in January, or November, December, we can figure something out. All right.
I'll put it in.
Okay. And I have a sheet here for a donation for the land bank.
But the land bank meeting starts at 7. You have 1 minute to wrap up the council.
Did we have a posted meeting for land bank?
Yes, Dana has posted it.
I just wanted to make sure we're legal with that.
Yeah, I have it on the email.
Well, I've been all over the last. So if we are at 6:59, we have no more business to bring before the council. I would like a motion to adjourn so we can re-adjourn the land bank. Need a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the meeting. And it's 7:00, and I'm going to call the land bank meeting to order. We have a donation
This is an income.
on a property at
Oh, listen, I'm sorry.
Yep, that's right.
200 East Kansas Avenue.
Yes, Rogie. Yes, Rogie.
That's the only thing we need to do.
Yes.